Castor is a film podcast filled with dubious opinions, plot spoilers, and a healthy sprinkling of bad language. Thanks for listening.
Take a much loved movie and stir in a different cast. Add a hint of nonsense for a flavor that will last. Garnish it with fun, film facts, it's food for the soul. It's a tasty, yummy, silly, funny movie casserole. Casserole.
Hello and welcome to Casserole. My name is Jim, and each episode myself and my two co-hosts, Sam and Nick, review one of cinema's much loved or unloved films and aim to serve you up a delicious recasting. But before we get into all of that, don't forget you can find Casserole on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever it is that you get your podcast from. So don't forget to like, follow, subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest episodes, and of course leave us those all-important 5-star reviews. Like I said, I am not alone. Joining me this week once again, he is the all-you-can-eat ice cream that you are definitely going to eat too much of. It's Nick!
Hello! I was certain that was going to be Sam's.
Yeah, I was like, who's this? Yeah. Right, what am I then?
Well, of course, you cannot have ice cream without jelly. It's Sam!
Nice.
Yeah, good. That's one of your best.
How are we doing,
Does that
guys?
make you the flaky flake?
I can be the flake dipped inside the ice cream if you want.
Oh, see, you did Nick right now.
Oh, that's dirty.
You know what my kids do when they get an ice cream cone? They both do this. Is one of the first things they do is take a bite from the bottom of the cone.
No, we've stopped
No.
our
Well,
kids
that
doing
is just
I've
asking
never,
for trouble,
I've
isn't it?
never once,
Great,
I've
man.
never once seen my lad even attempt to do that. If he did, it'd be get the fuck away. Don't
It's
you
like
dare.
you may as well light the dynamite there and then.
You had,
Like,
haven't you?
what
You
are
may as
going
well
for?
just drop it on the floor there and then.
We nipped that shit in the bud early, right?
That was the first thing. That was way before
Yeah.
like potty training or anything like that.
Yeah. I was like, I know you can't speak yet, kids, but you don't eat the ice cream from the bottom up.
See, watch daddy. See, look, oh no.
Exactly.
Anyway, how are we all? It's been, I think, 2-3 weeks since we've last recorded. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Yeah, I'm absolutely knackered. I had a really busy day yesterday, and then what I should have did was get an early night, and I didn't do that. Do you know what I did instead? I watched a film. And I was like, I'll just do an hour of this, and then I was hooked. And then before I know it, I watched like 2 hours 20 or whatever, and so I'm really tired today. Didn't sleep very well. But it was a good film. We'll talk about it in
Talk about it now.
We'll talk about it now if you want. Let's talk about your
What are you waiting for?
It was Reptile, which is the Netflix sort of murder, policey, crime drama with Justin Timberlake. You've seen that one advertised?
I've not, no.
It's got Justin Timberlake.
Is it brand new, or?
It's pretty new, yeah. Maybe in the past, like, I don't know, 6 months or something. It's fairly new. Benicio del Toro, who's always dependable, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's such a badass. He's like the main guy, the cop. Justin Timberlake is kind of like the antagonist in a sort of did he do it, didn't he do it kind of way, and that's what the film kind of hinges around.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good. It was kind of reminding me, the tension that it builds reminded me a little bit of Sicario. Seen that film?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I've not seen it actually.
Have you not? Oh
No.
man.
I know, I've heard good things, and I do like the director, so...
Emily Blunt, Nina saying.
Yeah.
Well,
So
no wonder Nick likes it then.
Who turns out to be the lizard?
No one. There's no. Yeah, I
No
thought
lizard
the
at
end.
all.
What it would be like that. Isn't there a conspiracy that like there's
There's lizards,
Lizard
that
people.
run the government.
Yeah. The lizard people.
Yeah, obviously.
People.
Yeah, sadly no lizards.
No lizards.
No,
Wow.
no reptile at all. Actually, at one point there's a snake skin.
Oh, well, there you go then. That's all the reptile you need then, isn't it?
That's it.
That's
yeah.
it. Done.
That's all
I
the
don't know
one.
if this serves no purpose, that, so I don't know if it's alluding to the title.
Well, I guess reptiles just as in like snake. Who's the snake in the grass? Who's two-faced? Who's, you know?
Could be. Well, it's quite reptilian behaviour.
Exactly.
I'll tell you who isn't it, is Michael Pitt, who is the actor I think I put forward always a consideration to play Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Gangs of New York. He's the guy that kind of said, like, if you took Leonardo DiCaprio and raised him on just asparagus, he could be
Nice.
But he's pretty good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
By yourself, Sam?
Well, you know what? I don't think I've seen that many films actually. I've been watching a few series. So we just started Three Body Problem.
How's that?
Yes,
It's
I've watched a couple of episodes of it.
Yeah.
not enough to know what the fuck is going on yet, though.
I don't think you're supposed to know yet. It's interesting. It's by the same people that did Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's what lured me in. Is the creators of Game of Thrones? I'm like, well,
it's nothing like Game of Thrones.
No, of course it's not.
But
Yeah.
that's interesting. I'm about 2 or 3 episodes in, and that's interesting. I finished off Blue Eye Samurai, which is
So good.
so good.
Oh.
Literally, it's amazing. I can't believe we've got to wait until like 2026.
Oh, really? Is that the date?
Yeah, for like, it's a long way off. And then I just started Delicious in Dungeon. Any of you seen that?
No.
It's basically like...
sounds like an anime.
It is an anime. It's basically like a Dungeons and Dragons cooking program. the whole premise is that this like party are going through this dungeon and they haven't got enough money for like food. They don't want to sell their gear. So they decide to eat the monsters they kill.
Right.
And they meet up with this dwarf that's been doing it, and they basically like, you know, the sort of the female witch or warlock, you know, is like, oh, I don't want to eat that. And they're like, but it's just a mushroom person. You cut it up, you cut off his feet. They're really good. You add some of these herbs.
Is it like a cooking show
It's
as well?
like a cooking show, yeah. It's
How
really...
weird.
And they like, yeah... It's very odd. They eat living armour at one point, and they like... It's such a weird
crossover
setup.
no one was asking for.
Yeah, I think it's like obviously like the Japanese and the Asians, like they really love their food and their cooking and like I've never seen an animated show that like really like makes you really want food. Like
really?
Like they show you like all the preparation, and I mean I know a bit about cooking, not like really into it, but like it seems like genuinely like, well, yeah, I guess that is how you'd eat a giant scorpion. Like it's really clever. It's so weird, but it's. Yeah, and each episode they're like eating a different animal kind of thing. So yeah, I've been watching some of that, and it's fun.
Is this a Crunchyroll thing or a?
No, it's a Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, okay, I'll have to check that
Check it
out.
out. Delicious in Dungeon. A great translation there from the Japanese, whatever.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, sure. How about you, Jim? What have you been watching?
So not a lot in the way. Again, not a lot in the way of film wise. I think I've only watched the film we are doing today. But again, I've watched quite a lot of series. So, as per Sam, I've watched a couple episodes of 3 Body Problem. I've watched 5, maybe 5 or 6 episodes of Shogun.
Oh, I wouldn't watch that yet.
Offered really, really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I think it's a remake or a retelling. I think it's sure it's not. There's an original of it somewhere, maybe in a film form or something.
Isn't it about the Western guy in Japan who is involved in the whole sort of historical drama of the Shogun and all that?
I mean, that sounds like
That is-
samurai. That
If
sounds
it
Blue Eye
it
Samurai.
centres around just one Englishman who gets kidnapped again
Right.
by Japan. I don't know how historically accurate it is. Probably not at all.
There was a Japan.
But
There's been an Englishman.
it's really good fun. Really, really graphic. Really gory.
Nice.
Yeah, worth a watch. Especially if you're just watching Blue Eyed Samurai, you're clearly into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Definitely get Shogun on a watch.
Yeah, I'll give that a watch.
It's on Disney Plus, I believe. So,
Yeah. Last Samurai is one of my...
so if you've got
it's a good film.
It's a good film.
Probably my favourite Tom
good
Cruise
film.
film, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
other than that, I think that's about all I've really been watching. I've had a nice, excellent chicken night out with the boys. Probably the best chicken in Bristol. That's all I'm saying. Really, really good.
I did watch something at the cinema actually, but it was with the kids. It was that what's it called? Like The Inventor or something, which is kind of like a stop motion animation show about Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
But it had like Stephen Fry in it, and it had some big names in it. Like Matt Berry is hilarious as the Pope. But
That's a great casting.
yeah, well, you wouldn't do this. Heretical.
That was a Matt Berry, Christopher Walken crossover.
Yeah. Oh. So that was interesting. Just to remember
The
that.
crossover you didn't know you need.
Yeah, Matt Berry, Christopher Walken.
I did watch the YouTube clip of the 3 Body Problem, one of the scenes, because I was intrigued. And the first thing that struck me was it had 2 of the guys from League of Gentlemen in it.
Ooh.
Reece Shearsmith, I forget the guy's name. And I was like, I like that. That could be...
I love
you
League of
for me.
Gentlemen. So I don't think we've got to the episode where they're in it yet. So
Okay.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Right, so we should probably get to this week's conundrum.
Well, before we do,
Oh, yeah, okay.
actually, there is a little something I'd quite like to say.
Ooh.
And this is a little message for all of our listeners.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't
Listeners.
everything the message for us?
No, the rest is just basic.
Hang on, we have plural, listeners, plural.
Maybe. No one knows for
You
sure.
can just go tell
So
my wife now.
so the data allegedly tells us.
So yeah, dear listener, or listeners, I've already made it weird, and I apologise for that.
Welcome to Castor Blue.
Yeah, this is just like a 2-hour ASMR version.
Make sure your mum and kids are out the room.
What I want to say is, if you have been enjoying what you've been hearing, we would really appreciate, and we are really appreciating if you're showing your appreciation. Let me start that again.
I would.
We would really like it. We really appreciate that people are showing us they are enjoying the podcast by leaving us a like, leaving us a follow, leaving us a 5-star review is all absolutely amazing. And if you want to go a step further than that, we have added a link to all of our episode descriptions where you can leave us a small donation or a big donation or any kind of donation. And whether that is just buying us a coffee, for example, or it might be something that we can put forward towards making this podcast even better for you. And that might be something like, for example, we have been in desperate need of a third microphone. Just as an example, Sam and I sharing a microphone, and honestly,
We're very close, right?
it's only a matter of time before we accidentally kiss. And once that happens,
Accidentally.
I don't know if we could stop.
I mean, I'm going to put out, I don't know what goes on behind that coat. When your heads go in, I don't know what's happening. You could be kissing.
Yeah, this is a high-tech operation. We're currently hid behind like a coat that's over the microphone. So, yeah, like let's unravel that mystery for Jim. We can improve the podcast. We can get more microphones, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you're really enjoying what you're hearing, we'd really appreciate any kind of donation to show your support for the podcast. And maybe in future we'll be looking at ways that we can keep sort of paying that forward as well. So whether that merchandise, all that kind of stuff. And that is the end of my ASMR segment. Thank you.
Oh.
Well, I don't know about you listeners, but I'm a little bit hard.
Good luck editing that, Sam.
It's going to be difficult not to just get turned on every time I hear it, you know?
We are recasting a behemoth of a film this week. Because we are, in fact, I think this is the oldest film we've done so far. We are going way back to the 70s
Yep.
to do Academy Award winner Rocky.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is an exciting one. And what makes this one a first on our podcast is this isn't one I'd seen before deciding to recast
So
it.
neither of you guys have seen this.
Yeah, you'd be shocked to hear that I've never seen it either.
Yeah, that's no surprise. But Sam, you had seen it.
I've not seen it, no.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it just because I just haven't seen it. I made a choice of not watching it because obviously growing up, you weren't really aware of it. And when I got to kind of an age of noticing what Rocky is, obviously when you think of Rocky, you picture him in the Stars and Stripes shorts, in the boxing ring, stood over, I think it's Ivan Drago, who's obviously just, so in your head, instantly, it's a boxing film. I'm not a fan of boxing, so I've made the conscious decision to never watch these films because I don't want to watch a film about boxing. And when I said this to some people the other day, they were like, that's fucking mental. That's such a bizarre reason to not watch a film. I was like, well, I don't really want to put myself through 2 hours of a boxing film
I get
when
that.
I don't like boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've not gone out of my way not to watch it, but I've not sought it out for the same reason. Like, I'm not into boxing. I don't have a problem with the sport, but it's not something I choose to watch. I kind of like wrestling. I feel like there's a big difference. Like, they're not actually.
Well, yeah, there's a huge difference.
I don't watch the UFC. I don't watch I'm not a fan of actual combat sports.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you found this, but actually now watching it, it's very little about boxing.
There's maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes total of that film is boxing.
I think this is one of those where, and interesting that you were saying, James, that having not seen it, your awareness of it was a lot of the imagery, which was from the subsequent sequels.
Yeah.
which became much more about the boxing, I think, than the original. And I think it's one of those series of films where the first one was actually quite a lot different and obviously spawned this massive franchise and series of films and stuff. But you're right, like I think at its core, Rocky, the first Rocky, is like a love story, right? Essentially, it's kind of an underdog story.
What makes it even more mad that I've never seen Rocky is a film I really like. It's called Warrior. I don't know if it's one you've seen, but that is a UFC based, essentially Rocky story.
Oh, I thought you meant The Warriors, which is
starring which has Tom Hardy in it.
Right.
And it is essentially a Rocky story based around the UFC, and I really, really like that film.
Yeah.
So the fact that I've never then gone, go check out actually clearly where it's pulling a lot of inspiration from, it's actually quite mad that I've never done it until recently. And again, that's only because of this podcast. If we weren't doing this episode, still wouldn't have watched Rocky.
But I think it's definitely one of those that even if you haven't seen it, arguably you certainly know of it, right? You've got awareness.
Of course you have.
If you haven't seen it, but you've seen Hot Shots, either of the Hot Shots films, so many scenes are spoofed in those by like, what's his name? The guy from 2.5, Charlie Sheen's character. Is like Sylvester Stallone. There's some very funny moments. Adrian! I love you! I thought it's a bit of like Yogi Bear.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, boo-boo! Adrian!
Yeah, one thing, so obviously this film became massive, but one thing I did not know about this film, which blew my mind reading up on it, was that this is also written by Sylvester Stallone. He wrote the screenplay in 3 days, which is insane. Like, I didn't even know that.
I think I think he's actually only the third or fourth person to have been nominated for Best Actor and Writer in the same year.
Oh wow! Yeah,
it's a very small amount of people have done it. I think he's only one of a few.
Yeah,
which blew my mind.
It's weird because I had not seen the film, but I'd seen a documentary on the making of the film, and it was amazing. He went round to loads of studios, and sorry to take Nicopedia corner there.
Soundpedia now, mate.
He went round to lots of studios, and a few of them said they'd do it, but they wanted to have a different lead.
Oh yeah, he was really
held out.
stubborn.
He wanted to be the lead and stuff, and it's really weird. We'll get onto our opinions on the film maybe now or whatever, but it's really weird. Like his performance in it is really interesting. Actually, it's really unlike Sylvester Stallone performances.
What you come to think of as
and
a Stallone performance.
But you know what it was? It was this might be like over egging it, but have either of you read like To Kill a Mockingbird?
I haven't actually, or not for a long time.
So like it's credited as like being really like different because it's not written like a book, it's written how people speak. And I remember my dad really liking it. He was dyslexic and he said give this a go because it's not written like a book, it's written like people you might get on with it, and I quite liked it and stuff. And I feel like Sylvester Stallone in this, the only comparison is like To Kill a Mockingbird isn't like books. He doesn't talk like a script. He just rambles and he talks and he's really uncomfortable and he delivers the like fair play. If that's how he wrote it, he's a much better actor than people give him credit for.
And writer,
he just talks like a guy talking, and like he's not smooth or suave, and things don't land, and it's awkward and uncomfortable, and you forgot you were watching someone acting. And those bits of the films are actually bits that I really like.
Same.
His like performance in it is excellent, and the boxing stuff actually I thought was really good. And I did find myself being like, yeah, come on Rocky. The only bit I didn't like, and it put me in mind of the film I talked about recently, that like Pretty Thing. Was it Pretty Little Thing? Pretty Things. In his relationship with Adrian, like although she's just sort of shy, she's clearly very innocent.
Very vulnerable.
And like that like scene where like she's in his room and she's like, I don't know you well enough, like I want to leave.
Oh, and the kiss.
Yeah, and he's like, no, I don't want you to leave, like come on kiss. It felt a little bit...
Yeah,
it was a little bit
it was a thing of the time. I think.
I actually found their relationship really gross.
Did you?
I just didn't like the fact that he would not take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Like he went in the house, she stayed outside on top of the stairs. I better get going, and it's not much farther away. Obviously, because you can gather it's a very close from the way the film's shot and how they include the community of Philadelphia in this film, it's clearly very close. And you get an even further image of that later on when Rocky shouts out the window, "Hey,
I think
Paulie!"
I think that's a joke.
But you get that impression that it's a close community. But she was like, "Oh, I'm going to go home." 4 times she said no. And he was like, "No, come on." It's like, I felt really...
Yeah,
icky.
I think like Nick says,
really
like, for
gross.
the time, like I'm guessing it was pitched like, oh, isn't he like assertive and isn't it romantic? But
I think it's partly that. Yeah, I think you can. It's very easy to see it in a can you leave her alone, please kind of way. But I also think part of the theme of this film is about people refusing, like people being given the strength and power to refuse to accept the hand of cards they've been dealt.
Yeah.
I think in Adrian's case, she's obviously lives in a way where she's been so put down by people around her all the time. She's been so sort of pegged into her role and expectations in life, and it's almost like being given that wake up call to be like, no, you are worthy of love. And I think, once like during that scene in particular, once they start kissing and she kind of gives in, like she's obviously is really into him. Yeah, it's almost like being given license to be like, no, you're worthy of this. You're worthy to go in to be in love with someone. You're worthy to want affection and that kind of stuff. I just feel like, I do agree. I think it's definitely a lens through which you can see that as being a bit.
Well, I think obviously she clearly sees Rocky as a protector as well. Yeah. Because as you kind of reference there, obviously she's living in quite a rather abusive home, isn't she? Like, when that like Paulie comes in, rips this turkey out the thing, boots it out into the snow. It's like she's clearly living in a really, really horrible home with her brother. Yeah. And obviously it's inferred quite earlier on in the beginning of the scene when Rocky goes into the pet store that she's clearly got a thing for Rocky, but she obviously doesn't want to act on it, like you said, because she doesn't feel worthy to Rocky. So obviously Rocky obviously constantly come on in. You can look at it as that's a bit icky, but you can also look at it as no, I'm telling you are what you are worthy to me. I want you. I'm telling you, I want this to happen with you. I want this relationship.
He doesn't do it in
he's not like it's not a forceful manner. It's just like, I'm leaving the door open.
But it's not particularly. I mean, it's a bit icky. But I mean, the thing is, I think it gets better once Adrian finds her confidence. Because I think beforehand, like, they play it. I know she's shy, and I know that like characters in it make a joke about her maybe being like, a mentally handicapped or like developmentally challenged, and she's not. She's just shy. But they play it so shy. It is. You're like, is she being taken advantage of? And then you find out, okay, it is just shy, and then she gets her confidence, and then she stands up to Paulie, and then she's more confident, and you see her clothes change and stuff, and it is better. But it's just,
and that's all from this relationship with Rocky and her getting more comfortable with him. And feeling that because she's got that protection of Rocky, she feels she can come out of her shell more and be more assertive and stand up for herself more. I think she was, for me, the standout performance in this film.
Well, she's actually the only person in this film, and I think, dare I mention this film again, but it has...
Better not be Lord of the fucking Rings.
It's not. It's Rebel Moon. It has a slight element of like nothing actually really changes in this film for any characters. Like, she's the only person really with a story arc. Like, lots of stuff is set up, and like I haven't seen any of the sequels, so I can only imagine, but like they talk about this gangster that he works for, but that all remains happy. Nothing happens there. He doesn't piss off the
break away from them, or
and Paulie's like clearly like just an awful person,
awful human,
and like he wants to like get in there with the gangster, but nothing ever comes of that, and he like kind of he kind of like makes like bets on Rocky and stuff, but like nothing ever comes of that. It's like nothing actually changes. Like, Rocky wants to be like a fighter, and he's like a gritty fighter, and at the end he's a gritty fighter that for the champion. But he's no different. Paulie's no different. Mickey's no different. Apollo's no different. Adrian's the only person that has an arc in this film.
I think the whole idea of the ending, in which he got a split decision, so a draw basically against the champion, right, Apollo Creed. is that in that moment of euphoric victory, or what should be, the only thing he's thinking about is Adrian,
And that's played
vice
very
versa
well.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's meant to be like the defining point at the end. Is like, but what's important to you? Who do you really want to be? Obviously, subsequently, all the rest of the films are about more boxing, rather than just like they're happy.
It
settle
did
down,
have a
like-
bit of a feel, like, again, this is giving it maybe too much credit. It did have a bit of a feel of like The Godfather about it. You know, in that first one where he's like a reluctant person, not wanting to be part of the family.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like part of the family, but he's a family man and cares about his family and his wife and his kids.
Yeah.
And that's what Rocky is. And then I'm guessing in subsequent films, he like loses that and cares more about the money and the titles and the fame. Just like, you know, Al Pacino's character cares more about the family and the reputation and loses that focus. I'm guessing.
Remember, actually.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. I know obviously he has his rematch with Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
He gets beaten quite badly by Ivan Drago, and then I think he has a rematch with Ivan Drago
No, I don't. I think he beat. I think that's
because he
in the
gets
same
retribution for
Ivan Drago
Creed.
kills
yeah.
Creed.
Is that all
There's
in
a-
one film? Is it? Oh, does he not fight him twice?
No,
No, there's the one with
I thought
Clubber
Drago
Lang.
actually whoops his ass,
yeah.
and then he.
4 is the one with Mr. T is Clubber Lang.
Oh, okay, that's 4, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Drago's only in one film. I thought there was a film where he had his ass whooped by Drago and then gets retribution.
I think that maybe there is. Yeah, I don't know. There's obviously lots of boxing.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll have a look.
There's 5 Rocky films and 3 Creed, and then now subsequently I think it's like 2 or 3 Creed films. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is obviously the one that started, was a massive success on a relatively small budget. Like you said, Sylvester Stallone managed to get his script commissioned and get himself cast in the lead role. I think initially he shared the script with Henry Winkler of Happy Days fame, who he was in a series with, like a motorbike gangster kind of series or film. Shared it with him because he was sort of hyped with the execs of the studio. They really liked it, but thought it would be like a made-for-TV kind of piece. I think we were going to like put it into production, but didn't want Stallone, so they persuaded through Henry Winkler to kind of get the script back. Like, could you get the script back for me, please, Henry? So I think it was a really interesting journey to take this film into production as
Yeah.
well. I mean, look at it now. Like, obviously turned Stallone into an instant megastar as well. I think amazing that he wrote it. And going back to what you said about a lot of the scenes, I think some of the scenes are so natural. Some of the acting is so kind of almost like anti-acting. And I couldn't tell whether it was like, I think there's a lot of films and particularly television series during that period in the 70s where like the acting was so bad.
Yeah.
It was kind of good or it was kind of natural.
Yeah.
And I think this is kind of a weird mix in there. Like some of the acting is so natural that you could easily see it as bad or just like mumbly conversation and stuff. But actually, I think Stallone's performance in this is amazing. I keep thinking back to the ice rink scene,
Yeah.
which apparently they were intending to do with loads of extras and fill it up, and then they didn't have the money for all the extras. So like we'll just film it like it's closed. But just that scene where we sort of trying to woo Adrian, but really he just keeps talking about himself and mumbling. I just think it's an incredible monologue. It's delivered so
and to be
well.
done on ice as well.
Yeah, monologue.
And he's not wearing blades either, is he? He's walking.
He's trying to run. Yeah, keep up with Adrian.
Yeah.
The thing that I remember is the scene where he's like talking to that young girl, walking her home. Have you seen that? So basically, he goes up to this girl, obviously someone he knows from the neighborhood, like a sister of a friend or something. And he's like telling her like you shouldn't hang out with those guys.
Oh, so he catches her smoking, doesn't he?
Catches smoking,
Yeah.
and he's like, you'll be like, you get a reputation, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And for like 5 minute scene, like as he's walking home, he's just talking constantly, and you're like, oh, is this gonna be like his like save the cat moment? Like everyone's gonna like love him because he tries to like do the right thing for all these people, and then at the end she's just like, screw you, Rocky, basically, and he's like, yeah, who am I to give advice, kind of thing. And it's like, it actually, all those moments where you're like, oh, this is really cheesy, because it's sort of referenced that it's cheesy, and it's not cheesy because he's trying to do the right thing, but he's like ultimately like a bit misguided. It comes across really well. Actually, like it's a bit of I'd say it's a bit of a filmmaker's film, because like you say, there's moments in it, like the big poster of him in the boxing ring. He's actually wearing like red shorts and white stripes, and that was just a mistake by the props department.
Yes.
And so
And
they
the
wrote in an
point-
extra scene.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's actually really good.
That's
Like,
really clever to just on the spot go, actually, let's reference it. Let's get this in the film. Let's reference it. Let's point out how it's wrong, and then we can say, don't worry about it. No one's going to fucking notice. Because once the boxes go, nobody's going to care.
Yeah. And that was before the time of the internet, so nobody's going to have been like, oh, actually. Yeah. But now all those years later, people can't be like, actually, because they referenced it. And I think about halfway through the film, I was convinced I was not going to like this film. I was like, the stuff with Adrian was a bit weird. The stuff with Paulie and the his association with the gangster wasn't going anywhere. I was like, I don't really know where this is going to go. And by the end, I was like, you know what? I want to see a sequel.
I think I was feeling kind of same with you. About like halfway through, I was kind of bored of this. I was kind of getting a bit bored, and then suddenly, and then the film ended, and I turned up going, I think I fucking love that film.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not entirely sure I love it enough to want to watch the sequels though. So I'm kind of toying with, has this film done its job?
The sequels are more kind of blockbuster in terms of the boxing action, the big build-up of like the nemesis that you've got to fight and that kind of thing.
I mean, I think
more spectacle, more budget.
I think if this was your only experience of boxing, you'd be sorely disappointed by a real boxing match. Because there's more punches thrown in this than about a year's worth of actual boxing matches.
Mainly against like hunks of beef.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Spider Rico at the beginning of the film, I think, put through more haymakers than some actual professional boxers that you actually see out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm more open to watching the sequels after now watching this one, because obviously I did come away from this film fucking loving it. Really, really like this film.
I think Stallone's performance, right? Two things that I think were amazing about it. Obviously, we're going to go on to the recasting in a minute and talk about it. But I think one is that I think he kind of, in a way, spawned the leading heroes in kind of action-themed films being like really ripped and muscular. Because a lot of the other actors that they were initially approaching or wanting for this role was people like Robert Redford, Burt Reynolds, who you couldn't imagine necessarily, certainly not being in like the same kind of shape as Carl Weathers, as Apollo Creed. So I think, you know, after that, we started to see the films like, you know, Rambo and that kind of thing, really, really kind of muscular heroes, which obviously has just become more and more extreme as time's gone on.
That's kind of what you associate Stallone with these days, isn't it? When you think of Stallone, your first thought is Rambo. It's all these bombastic action flicks. You're not thinking low-key bangers like Rocky, are you? I mean, some people probably are. But like for me, when my first introduction to Stallone was Rocky. Was not Rocky, it was Rambo.
Yeah, interesting. That's another series where the first film, a lot when people were thinking about Rambo, different. A lot of people were thinking of the sequel. The first film was completely much darker.
The first one's really good.
Yeah,
the first one's definitely my favourite.
I think you're probably. I think when I do think of, I think I am probably. My memories of Rambo are probably.
It's
First
like
Blood Part 2, with the exploding.
Yeah,
I think that's Part 2 in it, or maybe Rambo 3 in it.
Yeah,
but I think First Blood Part 1 is probably the film I remember the least. So it's probably due a rewatch, I think.
I think the other thing about his performance, and obviously he was nominated for Best Actor, Oscar, didn't get it, but I think his performance is so good. I think partly what's not giving him as much credit for it is that a lot of it is kind of like just his Sylvester Stallone's natural character as well. There's a lot of him in that role. Whereas imagine if that exact same performance was delivered by like someone just doing complete method acting, like in a completely different character, a character actor, it would be like, oh my fucking, this is one of the greatest performances of all time. And imagine if like Daniel Day-Lewis came up and did Rocky in exactly the same way. You'd be like, this is unbelievable, the way he's doing the monologues, the way he's kind of a little bit stumbly and mumbly and kind of puts himself down all the time. Like, I just think because there's a lot of Stallone in that character, it removes a little bit of just how good a performance it was.
Also, he manages to look around the scene but not once glance at the camera. Like so many times he's like looking off to the side and he's like looking at stuff and he doesn't once glance at the camera. It's crazy. Like he makes the screen seem like you're inside it. Like it is a really good performance, and I didn't think I'd be saying that. I thought I would just be like, oh, okay, yeah, he's done a thing, and
he's like the macho boxing.
Yeah, well, I was quite surprised to see that he didn't win Best Actor, because then when you actually look at the award it won, Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Editing. For it not to win any of the big Best Actor awards, I think it's quite.
Who won Best Actor that year?
That's That's I don't know.
Good question. What
Very
it
good.
is.
I'm going to guess Robert De Niro, maybe? Oh, no, sorry. Peter Finch for a film called Network.
No, not a clue.
Should have been Rocky then.
No.
But the other nominees that year were Giancarlo Gianni for a film called Seven Beauties, Robert De Niro for Taxi Driver, Stallone for Rocky,
De Niro didn't win for Taxi Driver.
and William Holden for Network.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh,
So I was quite surprised to see that, that Stallone didn't win that award, considering normally if you get Best Director, they generally give one of the big actor awards to that film as well, don't they? Normally.
You think so?
So I guess without further ado, we should probably cast the role.
Cast the role, yeah, I think. I think we have to start with Rocky, aren't we? It's the only place to start, isn't it?
Let's dive straight in. I feel like we've spoken a lot about his
Yeah.
performance and stuff. Let's
Let's just dive straight into Rocky.
Jim, what were you thinking about recasting this role?
This was hard for me.
Yeah.
This was the hardest one because I was trying to picture someone who I could see doing that role, and I'm not convinced I've actually got someone.
Have you gone with Jamie Lee Curtis?
I've not gone with Jamie Lee Curtis. However, that would be a ripper.
She could do it.
That'd be a ripper. That's not a bad idea. So no, I've actually.
Great Adrian, actually. I think she would.
So I've actually picked someone that I know's got some kind of a bit of combat training based on other roles that they've done, and I've selected Oscar Isaac.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm not fully convinced on it because obviously I've not really seen him in that kind of role. Obviously he's been in Moonlight. I've not seen Moonlight. Is it Poe Dameron in the Star Wars films? So it's not really a main role. It's just
In June as well, right?
he's someone in
It's the
June.
dad.
Yeah.
Dad, the training support.
Leo Atreides. Yeah.
But I don't think he's really had that kind of lead role, has he? I'm sure you'll tell me different if he has, but
Yeah, I think he's.
I'm not sure if he's had like that kind of role. As far as I'm aware, apart from Moon Knight, where he is the focus, I don't think he's been like in a motion picture lead role, is he? But again, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
But he's not. He's normally the secondary character, though, isn't he? To my knowledge, again, you
He
can
plays
correct
the
me.
villain in X-Men Apocalypse. He's Apocalypse.
Yeah, we don't really talk about that film, though, do we? That was
I
packed.
feel like he's been in a boxing film.
Maybe. So you're going for like a slightly modern version as well. That's the same thing I've done.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. So I was also trying to think of what age Rocky was meant to be in this film. I've got in my head for some reason he's in his 40s.
No, he's 30.
He's 30, right? He just looks fucking old. So I've got So in my cast, I've kind of got Rocky being a bit older because my Apollo Creed I've gone a bit younger because I like the idea of the older because I think Carl Weathers. How old is he meant to be in this film? How old is Apollo Creed? Is
he's
is it a similar age kind of?
age.
Yeah. So I've kind of switched it a bit. I've kind of aged Rocky a bit to make him be a bit more of a rugged veteran of the sport, and Apollo Creed be a younger upstart, but cocky champion type thing. So that's kind of where I've gone with mine. So yeah, as I said, I'm not overly convinced with my choice. So I think one of you two will have a better choice for Rocky.
Well, I've actually gone with quite a safe pick. But I think he's often overlooked for his acting, and we definitely know he could do this kind of role. But I've gone with Gerard Butler. He's in 300. He's very different in 300.
Yeah.
But the role that kind of makes me really like him is Law-Abiding Citizen.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
That's one where his wife or his child is
wife
killed, and he goes on
killed.
this crazy
Yeah.
revenge. Yeah.
It's like his wife and child are killed, and then the lawyer he sort of thinks fails him, and so he 10 years later sort of gets his revenge and sort of goes on this spree, and it turns out that he was like a CIA hitman kind of thing and stuff. But he's really good in that. The scenes where he's talking about his wife and child being killed, so emotional, and I feel like I wouldn't want him to play it like Sylvester Stallone plays it. I want him to sort of do his own thing. But I feel like rugged, kind of beaten up, kind of journeyman, kind of boxer. I feel like he's definitely got that look about him. I feel like he would be a good solid pick.
Yeah, like real kind of physical presence
Yeah,
as well
yeah.
for the boxing snes, and I like it. I like that pick.
How about you, Nicky boy?
So I've gone with a little bit of a curveball for my Rocky. I think like both of you guys, like you, Jim. I wasn't 100% on this initially, but the more I've been thinking about it, the more I'd really like to see it. So my choice for Rocky is Channing Tatum. And that is for a number of different reasons, right? Obviously, from a physical aspect, he's like an incredible dancer, athlete. Like he's got all of those kind of attributes. I think what he could bring to the role of Rocky is that kind of, he's got a vulnerability. He's got a kind of a big heart deep down. He's quite a kind of simple guy. He's self-admittedly kind of not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He's a big kind of softy, really. But there's that kind of contrast with his heart and his softness towards Adrian, with his kind of boxing, but also kind of his work, his kind of a loan collector and all that kind of thing for the mafia. And I feel like for someone like Channing Tatum, for me at least, the moment where I was like, he's really, really fucking good, was when he did that move from kind of heartthrobby kind of roles and all the dancing films and stuff.
The step-up films. That's where he started, wasn't it? Yeah.
And Magic Mike, obviously.
Right, yeah, I think that came a bit later.
That came a bit later on.
But it was when he showed his comedy chops in films like 21 Jump Street and that kind of thing. I'm like, he's so fucking funny. Like, he's really good.
He is a really funny guy, yeah.
And I feel like it would be a similar kind of move for him to embody a role like Rocky, to show that he can also do like really serious and do a bit more of a character-led piece.
Isn't he? It's really interesting. There's a film he's in recently called Lost City with Sandra Bullock.
I haven't seen that. I really
But
want
he's very much like that, because he plays like the heartthrob that's on the front cover of her book.
Yeah.
And then it like turns out that he's like wearing a wig and he's really stupid, but he's not stupid. He's just a bit shy and embarrassed.
Right.
And he stumbles over his lines a lot, but he's got a heart of gold, so it kind of works.
Oh, cool.
But isn't he in something called like? I swear he like plays like a soldier, and he's in it with like Amanda Seyfried or Dear John.
Dear John.
That's it. And in Dear John, he's like got some quite serious acting chops in it. Like the scenes he had with his dad, who's clearly like autistic or maybe got like dementia or stuff.
Yeah.
They're quite heart-wrenching
Really?
scenes. Yeah. He's good in that.
Yeah.
He's really good in that. I think that's a good shout. I think it's a good shout. He definitely would deliver those lines in a similar way, where he's like stumbling over his lines, or he's kind of like mumbling through.
Yeah, I feel like a real sort of character piece where he takes on the accent and almost tries to do a close enough, kind of almost a Stallone impression. But I thought that'd be really interesting to see.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
Three different picks.
I like it a lot. Should we lock in on Rocky then and then move on? Because I think what'll be interesting is seeing who our Apollo is versus that Rocky.
Are we locking in? Do you have to lock in?
I think we should. Let's lock in now.
Okay.
I do like Tatum. I
think out of the three, he would probably be the one that adds something different to the role. I think Gerard Butler would play it very as Stallone. I don't think you'd see much different in the role. Tatum, I think you would.
I think people would be like, I think with Gerard Butler they'd be like, okay, I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
I think with Tatum they'd be like, ooh, like, is this like, Robert Pattinson as the Batman? Like, oh, I don't know, is this, Heath Ledger as the Joker? Like, oh, this is going to be pants. And then like, actually, that's an acting performance right there.
Yeah.
Let's go with Tatum.
Cool.
Okay, we'll lock in Tatum then.
Nice.
Boom.
Welcome aboard, Chad.
Where do you want to go now? Do you want to go Adrian or should we go to Apollo?
I think we've got to go Apollo. I know that after seeing it, he's not as sort of key to this story, but I feel like with the subsequent stories, and he is kind of the antagonist of the film. You've got to do protagonist, antagonist, right?
And it's a massive part of the Onward franchise as well,
Yeah.
I think, in the next film.
So let's go Cruise.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously, it is worth pointing out, rest in peace to Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Huge loss to the acting community.
Yeah.
Some massive roles in his time. But, so someone like him is definitely going to be missed in this world. Do you want me to start again? Sorry?
You let's go around again.
Okay, so I feel like mine might be a bit controversial because I don't actually know why he's no longer on our screens anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Alan Rickman.
So the next couple of minutes might just get cut.
Hello, Rocky.
But so I've gone for a younger option, which I think could throw some real cocky little chops around the character of Apollo in John Boyega.
Nice.
So
right, yeah.
I do not know why he's no longer on our screens. I'm sure someone can shed some light on that.
he just.
Is he just fallen out with Hollywood?
You have at least checked, have you, that he's not done like some...
No, because I recast him for a few things as well previously.
I'm fairly certain he's not a diddler.
He was very.
I'm fairly certain he's not on the diddler list.
He was very critical of the Star Wars films. They basically said like Disney's a bit racist. They like sidelined my black character.
Right.
They sidelined the Asian character. Like he basically just came out and was like. And now I think he just isn't willing to do those films where he's just like the black side guy, you know. And so I think he's just kind of fallen out of favour with some of the studios a bit. But he's a great actor. He's really good.
Yeah, he's really good, I think.
Yeah, he's a good shout. I think he'd be really good.
Yeah, he's a good shout.
He's a good actor.
I mean, remember when he spoke about what the parts of, obviously we spoke about his character being really fundamental to the series, but what we enjoyed about his actual performance, Carl Weathers' performance as Apollo Creed in this as well. I mean, first and foremost, beast, right?
He looks fucking jacked.
Incredibly physical, yeah.
Huge, doesn't he?
It's his Predator level of
Where does this fit with Predator?
Well, it's before Predator.
It's before Predator.
Predator's 82, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even
it might be 86.
He looks fucking massive in this one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
amazing.
There's a really funny story from Predator actually, where Arnold Schwarzenegger got the makeup department, the costume department, to lie to Carl Weathers about the size of his arms. So they added on like 2 inches and was like, "Oh, Carl Weathers, your arms are like this size." And it was like 1 inch more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. And so Carl Weathers was like on set like, "I got bigger arms than Arnold Schwarzenegger." And Arnold Schwarzenegger was like, "I'll bet you like a case of cigars." And he's like, "Okay." And they measured and Arnie was like, "Oh, and so he like got like a case of cigars out of it.
That's brilliant.
Carl Weathers is amazing in this film. I think a lot of the things I definitely, obviously I haven't seen any of the films, but the things I know about him are from the second one, where he has a lot more communications with Rocky.
Yeah.
He doesn't meet Rocky until they're in the ring.
Yeah.
He's obviously very flamboyant, very cocky and stuff. He does well, but
obviously a lot of his scenes in this film is in just like an office, really, isn't it? Or like a press conference where you just see him off a screen, really. There's not really a lot of him interacting with anyone that's not his team, as it were.
A lot of it, the whole idea of like you said, the whole build-up is that throughout the entire film, he misjudges or unanticipates what kind of opponent Rocky is going to be. Underestimates. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. And it's not until that very first round in the end fight where Rocky knocks him down.
Is the fight not meant to just be an exhibition match?
No, it's for the title.
It was for the belt, wasn't it?
Basically looking for an easy opponent. He's like finding someone that will take the fight.
Well, yeah, because obviously he has...
I thought they said in the middle of the fight, don't they sort of say to Rocky, like, "Whoa, don't go so hard" or something? Because
no. But what happens is because
that's why I got the impression it was an exhibition, not an actual.
No, I think what he's saying.
Like they say it's for the belt, but they're not actually putting it on the. They've never actually intended for Carl Weathers to lose.
No, they never intended for lose. It is for the belt, but what they mean is as an underdog fighter that's getting a payday, he could easily be looking at this as just an exhibition match.
Take the money
and go.
Lie down.
And so they were like, he's not seeing this as an exhibition match. He's taking this seriously, kind of thing. But it's not actually an exhibition match, because basically they were going to have a fight, and then the person that Apollo Creed was supposed to come up to,
they injured
themselves, and they couldn't find other fighters because they knew that they were going to lose. With that preparation, they didn't want to look stupid. So Apollo Creed comes up with this amazing. Do I keep saying Creed? Apollo Creed. Who's Apollo Creed?
Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed is a WWE wrestler.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. Yeah.
Oh, right. It sounds like the name of
Penelope Cruz. Apollo Creed then comes up with this idea of the American story and the underdog story and stuff. So yeah, I mean, John Boyega would be really good. Yeah. My pick, actually, obviously now that we haven't gone with Jared Butler,
doesn't make a lot of sense.
But he's still good. But the reason I came up with it actually is because of him playing opposite Jared Butler in Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh.
My pick is Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Now, Jamie Foxx is...
I think that would still work opposite Channing Tatum.
He would work opposite anything, but the idea of him just being this cocky, kind of you know what, I'm going to kick his ass. Kind of like,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx would do that
Yeah.
so well. He's obviously got the physicality, he's got the body, he's got like, you know, the charisma and stuff. I think he'd be...
I think he'd be brilliant.
It's my pick too, man.
That's your pick too? Yeah.
I mean, Jamie
So
Foxx.
I might get outvoted on John Boyega just on the
maybe,
fact that you two picked Jamie Foxx.
I think Jamie Foxx...
God damn it!
I think... Do you know what? I almost think that John Boyega in that role, the problem would be that there's not much of Creed in this film.
It's all about setting up.
It's all about setting up. And
Yeah.
I feel like having Jamie Foxx in it, you're kind of like... It feels special. He's being held back, and like you're only seeing snippets of
And
him.
he'd probably steal those scenes.
And he'd
that
steal
he
those
was
scenes.
in with the flamboyance, like you said. That's why I went for Fox, I think.
I almost feel like John Boyega would be better as the part of like his son in these recent Creed films, the part of Michael
Yeah,
B.
okay.
Jordan.
Yeah, maybe,
You know,
yeah.
seeing that gritty fighter working his way up, like with the like kind of the sort of the albatross of his father's fame around his neck kind of thing. I think he'd be good in that role. Where
Yeah,
he,
okay.
he's
Yeah,
almost
makes-
like a
yeah,
Rocky kind
I'm
of.
with you, yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So the Flash of Fox.
On that basis, I'm happy to concede Boyega to the 2-on-1 advantage of Jamie
Boom.
Foxx.
2 for 2, baby. Come on.
2 for 2, baby.
Yeah, he's getting too much in these recasts. He had 2 in Ghostbusters, he had 2 in fucking 7.
Well, we can
Wrongfully 1 in 7. That's
we
all
can
I'm...
safely say he's never going to get Vince Vaughn picked for anything
No.
ever. So
Didn't Vaughan get through?
no,
No.
he didn't.
No.
Definitely
Never,
didn't.
no.
You fucking wish.
So I guess now we've really got to go on to Adrian.
We have got to do Adrian, yeah. Jim?
Okay. Wow. So I've picked someone who, again, the age gap with my casting probably would have felt a bit odd. But I've gone for someone that I believe would be able to pull off this shyness of Adrian and come across very frail and weak, but then really grow into this strong character at the end. And that's 2-time Oscar winner Emma Stone.
Here we go.
Yeah, now
I
you're
think
on
he's
an
gonna
Emma
get a
Stone
Stone
band.
band
You're on a
soon, yeah.
Stone band.
Am I?
Yeah, you're on a Stone.
Surely not.
After this, you are.
Yeah,
Hang
after this.
on, when else have I?
I feel like every.
I feel like I haven't, but
Yeah,
I'll
quite
accept
a couple
I'll
of
accept the
times.
Stone band. That's fine.
I feel like Die Hard. Yeah, Bruce Willis. Yeah, Emma Stone. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
For Bruce Willis.
Yeah. For Bruce
John
Willis.
McClane.
Yeah. John McClane, Emma Stone.
I do think it's a good pick, though.
I mean, she is
yeah.
great.
It's hard to see her being bad in anything.
She's not bad in anything.
She's amazing. And I do, yeah, I could kind of see her playing that kind of really, really shy, but then that fight somewhere hidden deep. Like she's to come out and own something and to have something and to be worthy of love and all that. Kind of
She's
stuff.
definitely got that American thing where it's like, oh my god, we've taken off your glasses and now you're beautiful.
Yeah, I was trying to like avoid. That's so cliche, isn't it? But like,
I mean, to be fair, my pick, I've gone for that reason.
have you?
So my pick, I've gone age. Age is similar to the age of you're supposed to be. Well, a little older actually, but you play younger.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's got a similar sort of look, and that very much she could definitely play it shy and then start to come out. I've gone with Anna Kendrick.
Oh, what are you going to say the
okay,
same
yeah.
again?
Yeah,
nice.
I really like Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like I think like with a pair of glasses on, she looks really nerdy and like shy and
Yeah.
stumbling over her lines, but like then she could she might be a bit too.
I think she's a bit too bubbly though.
She might be a bit too American about it when she does get confident, but
That's interesting. I think we're so used to seeing her in kind of like really almost Disney levels of bubbly
Yeah.
roles. It'd be quite
So
interesting to see.
I can't remember what the fucking film's called, but she's in like a thriller opposite Blake Lively. I cannot remember the name of the fucking film. I will check it up at some point. And she's really good in that.
yeah,
Like, really fucking good.
Is that one like called Obsessed or something? Where
It's not called Obsessed. I will check. I
Is
will.
that
I'll
something
look
where
it up
she's like
while
her fan?
I will look it up whilst Nick's
Yeah, Nick,
talking.
do your thing.
But I do love that when you see people who you associate so much with a certain kind of character and role, you see them do such different things. Like going back to Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems, which actually I did rewatch a week or two ago. Just love it. I love it when someone surprises you with their range and versatility. Really cool. So I've got 2 choices.
Oh,
I think they're both really good. So I'm kind of torn between the 2. I think they would both do what's required of this role really bloody well. So my two Adrian choices are, one is Natalie Portman.
nice.
I think she's definitely got that kind of unassuming, almost sort of mousy look where she's used to people kind of almost just not giving her the time of day. She's used to being part of the background, right? Yeah. So like, I think she could deliver that kind of almost being part of the background, part of the furniture for so long, almost learning to believe that that's the case and you're not worthy of stuff, and then sort of flourishing eventually with the love from Rocky. And then my second choice is Alison Brie. If you don't know Alison Brie
From Community.
yes,
Yeah.
there's loads of stuff. What was the wrestling?
Hills.
Was it Hills?
Is it Hills?
No.
Is it no, not Hills. It's no. What is it? It's not Hills.
Glow.
Glow. That's the one. Yeah.
Amazing series. Like, yeah, she's really, really good. She's really funny, but I think like she could deliver that kind of role really, really well.
I don't know.
I have never seen Sam look so fucking stumped.
Yeah.
I normally, as soon as I see a picture, I'm like, oh, that. But no, I don't know where it's.
Have you ever watched Community? Have you ever watched Community?
No, I've not.
Oh, you need to watch
The
Community.
voice in BoJack Horseman.
There you go.
You need to watch Community.
Loads
That's
of
such a good show.
I haven't seen Community.
Oh,
yet,
get on it. It's so fucking good.
The only films I've seen that she's in, apparently, she's the voice actor. So
you know of her.
I know of her.
You'll know her if you heard her.
This is really awkward because I don't want to give Nick 3 for 3, but Natalie Portman's a great show.
It is a great show.
All I'm going to say
slightly
is
younger.
you didn't give me John Doe because you didn't know my guy,
That's
So
true.
who did you have? Anna Kendrick.
I had Anna Kendrick.
And who did you have?
Emma Stone.
Emerson.
So all I'm saying is you didn't give me John Doe in 7 because you didn't know my guy.
I don't know.
And Nick has a.
saying. He's not
I'm
saying.
saying Portman.
I said two people. Natalie.
Yeah,
Portman
well, which one
and
you sticking with then?
Natalie Portman.
Right, you're not having Natalie Portman.
The problem is, right, I'm really put off Emma Stone after Pretty Things.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is it because you can only now see her in that?
She does so well in it, but just it so has unnerved me seeing like a 7-year-old's mind in like a full woman, and it's really like just
hard to think.
giving
Is that
me
not
the
just
ick.
how incredible that
I mean,
performance was?
yeah.
I think Sam's on an angle for us to pick him
No, I mean,
because I'm confident the next two are mine.
Oh really?
I am confident Paulie and Mickey are mine.
Don't be so sure.
Don't be so sure.
Oh, I'm confident.
I've got a banger for Paulie.
Oh,
Imagine we will go.
I bet it's
Imagine it's the same guy. That'd be funny as fuck. I bet it's not.
I
I like Emma Stone. I like Anna Kendrick. I think that Natalie Portman is almost too easy fit.
Yeah.
So maybe it's given
You know
that we've
what?
gone for Channing Tatum and that is like a slight curveball.
I think we should go for Kendrick, actually. Let's give her a prop.
I'm fine with Kendrick because the film I was referencing is a film called A Simple Favour.
Oh, okay.
Really, really good film. Really good film.
I just think like Emma Stone, Academy Award winner, Natalie Portman, Academy Award winner.
Yeah.
Let's give Anna Kendrick a chance.
Let's give her a nomination in the Academy Awards.
Okay.
But I think she could like really shine in this.
Yeah, no, I think she could. You're right. I'm happy to concede it. I really am.
I could see her with Channing Tatum and
Yeah.
Rocky as well. So yeah.
Also,
I like that.
she's like in my top 5. So let's.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
No, thanks.
Do you need a cold shower now, Sam?
No, I'm alright.
In your top 5 what?
My top
Actors.
5. Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, we'll
brilliant.
say that. We'll say that.
Brilliant
Yeah.
actors, female actors of all time.
Cool.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, let's move on then. Who
Let's
we go
move
with?
on.
We got to go with
So who else are we doing? We've got
Paulie and Mickey.
So
So-
Paulie's the brother.
Yeah.
She's Adrian. He's Adrian's brother. Stallone's like friend.
Yeah.
Kind of like just basically a bit of a loser. Down his luck. Wants to like get in with this gangster that Rocky's kind of helping out. Works in like a meat factory. He's always kind of like a bit of a Del Boy almost, kind of like a.
Yeah, has that kind
Yeah.
of like played by Paulie Panino,
Yeah.
which is a great name.
No, that's his name.
That's his
That's
name.
the character's name.
Sorry, he's Paulie Panino. He's played by Burt Young. And just to go back to Adrian, which we didn't touch on, is played by Talia Shire. And again, her performance, to
Yeah.
go back to Adrian, is amazing. I think that's why we all thought that.
Yeah.
For really good people. But yeah, Paulie Panino, played by Burt Young.
So I mean, let's go around the same again then. Let's start with you, Jimmy boy.
Yeah. Okay. So
So you're locked in. You think this is going to be the winner?
it is the winner. It's Stephen Graham.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That is good.
Yeah, that is really good.
That's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, do you know what?
The only issue I have with it is I don't know if he's going to get the accent.
He could, yeah.
I'm not sure how he's obviously he's very Scouse, isn't he?
Isn't he in Gangs of New York?
He is in Gangs of New York, but I don't remember how he was
He's
actually.
Irish in Gangs.
Yeah. I don't know how he's going to do with.
He does gangster. He's in a big gangster series where he's like the head.
Yeah.
He can definitely do it.
He can. He can pull off
plays,
that accent.
Capone, I think.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an amazing short film or piece of television that he did where he basically plays an alcoholic, and it shows like the really self-destructive nature of that whole sort of life cycle on a night out, and he's unbelievable in it. Like he's got that unbelievable acting chops.
I mean, he's brilliant.
He is brilliant. I don't think I've seen him in some. I don't know if I've seen him in anything where he's bad.
No, he could be a good Mickey for my money.
Be a good Mickey.
Yeah, well, you're not beating my Mickey. I'm telling you now, my Mickey is top drawer.
I'm not sure.
I do like him. I don't know if you beat him my Paul.
I am.
Don't know if you beat him.
You're not having 3 out of 4.
We'll see. So mine is also amazing.
Okay.
We have brought him up before. I think we've picked him before. Is Paul Dano.
That is nice.
He's
Interesting.
just that kind of like viciousness, but ultimately you just know that he's like a child. That like him in There Will Be Blood. Oh my god, that's such a good performance. He's horrible and you hate him, and he's like, when he's got like power over somebody, he has got power over that person, but as soon as he hasn't, you realise he's a paper bully and he's got
one of
nothing
the really
to
underrated actors I find. Like, he's in so much good stuff. Do you think it would work though, even just sort of physically, in that he's a very young looking man? He's got like a child's face.
But I think that's kind of like Paulie in the film he's not a child looking, but he's very childlike.
Kind of a man child,
yeah. Like, you know, he's like, have you cooked my dinner? And like, you know, he's like looking for other people to help him. You know, I think that would go with Paul Dano's character.
Damn it, this is hard. I do like that.
So what about you, Nick?
Okay, so I went to someone who I don't think we've ever brought up on the pod actually.
Oh, good. So it's not Vince Vaughn then.
Oh my god, Vince Vaughn would be so good.
I mean,
He would be so good.
This might be what about Whoopi Goldberg?
Apollo Creed.
Actually, now saying it, Mickey. Actually, anyway, right? Yeah, who's your Paulie?
Oh, so my Paulie is Paul Giamatti.
Oh,
Which is so good, and he's such an incredible actor. And could you not just see it straight away?
Yeah.
He's in
He
so
might be a
many
good Mickey,
things.
actually.
He could also be.
Yeah, but you know,
He's got that. He could do that kind
I'm
of.
not conceding with Stephen Graham.
Oh, he could do that bit of self-loathing deep down, like it's kind of that pathetic side. He's just obviously another person that's in like a million things, and he's amazing.
So good.
This is a tough.
Yeah, well, I'm not conceding on this. I've conceded the last 3 because you've given me good arguments as to why. I am not conceding with Stephen Graham.
I feel like Paul Giamatti is actually Italian American.
Quite probably. Let me find out. With a name like Giamatti,
Yeah,
you'd think so, wouldn't you?
I feel like he is actually like in that world. He'd be a great shout for the gangster.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I have to say, I think they're all strong picks.
They're all strong picks.
I feel like
Stephen Graham.
I feel like Jim. I feel like Jim has nailed it. He needs it.
All right. We can give you Stephen Graham.
Stephen Graham is a great
Well
shout.
done.
It's a great shout.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Stephen Graham is Paulie.
I'm on board.
So with Graham locked in, we've got Mickey just left to do.
Yeah.
So Mickey is like the grouchy old trainer,
Yeah.
right? The
Yes.
boxing trainer.
Who I feel like
Does a lot of
has
shouting.
been, Like, I feel like he's been satired in like
So many.
like every
Grizzled old boxing trainer.
just like a wrinkle on a neck as like a kind of like a character kind of like there you go.
Yes.
You gotta do it, Rocky. And put a nail in my
Yeah,
thumb.
you feel like that role is like when they say, "What's my inspiration?" Mickey.
Yeah.
That's your inspiration. That role right there.
Yeah.
So you're pretty confident about your pick on this one.
I've nailed this one on. Joe Pesci.
Oh,
That is good. That
It
is
is
good.
good. Yeah, I like it. That for me is your strongest pick so far.
I mean, we all know Joe Pesci, and we know how he'd play it. I feel like he would have no problem, like, really racist. Or,
Yeah, nasty.
I mean, different kind of
screaming.
racism now. Just like, but yeah, it would. Yeah, he's horrible in it, and like, I think what would be really good actually about Pesci. I've not really seen Pesci do this in a role, but obviously Mickey, like halfway through when he comes to like Rocky and is like, you need a manager, and kind of really bears his soul, and then sort of leaves, and then like
Rocky's just shouting.
changes.
Just comes
Yeah,
back and
That's an amazing monologue again.
It's really
He's
amazing
just-
monologue.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's just shouting and
And I like how that scene's framed as well, with Rocky at the top of his steps just outside the door, and
Yeah.
Mickey kind of just on the street walking away, just them just shouting at each other up the street. You know, it's like there's clearly they're pissed at each other, but you can still tell they love the love they've
it's
got
the
each other.
respect, yeah,
And
then
the
just
respect they've got for each
hear
other.
anything, he just walks up to him, puts his arm around him, shakes his hand, and you know he's agreed. Kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good shout. I've got two.
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
like,
You've said one that's a bit banterish, so
well, I feel like Michael Caine
Oh, yes!
would be a great Mickey, right?
Can we please get a quick...
Okay. Yeah. Listen here, Rocky. Right? You need a manager, right? When I was you, when I had my break, I didn't have a manager, and they did me. They put nails in their gloves and they punched me in the face so many times. I had spit flying out my cheeks.
I mean, how can you say no?
How can you say
So,
no?
how can you say no? That
I'm
is
throwing
good.
in the towel, Rocky. You've had enough. Punch him in the ribs. Don't let him breathe. I'm trying to think of any lines from the film.
Yeah, love it.
But my actual one is Robert De Niro.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
Robert De Niro is
Got there
obviously in
with
Raging
Pesci.
Raging
Bull.
Bull, yeah.
You know, he's so like you're kind of like there's that nod to like I had my time, and you're like, oh, it's actually talking about
that
Raging
feels
Bull.
like too big a name for that role.
But I think that's the key. That's the key because everyone else we've gone for, although they're big names, right? We've gone with Anna Kendrick, we've gone with Jamie Foxx, we've gone with Channing Tatum. They're big, but they're not big.
Yeah.
Having Robert De Niro in this small role where he's like this grumpy old man, which we know he can do for fuck's sake,
Yeah.
he would be great, and like he would easily be able to go from someone you think's an absolute see you next Tuesday to like a loving grandfather figure like that.
Yeah.
And I think, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I can imagine. I just think that's too big a name for that smaller part.
Do you think?
Mm.
Oh, that's
I think that is too big a name
It's almost as though like
for
he
such a
could
small
play
part.
Rocky
Like, yeah,
if it was that, like, yeah.
that feels like too much of an A-lister name for such a small role.
Unbelievable kind of, not even cameo, but yeah, role that would be. But part of me wants to just see Pesci shouting at him.
Yeah, I do. I do see that.
Just Pesci being Pesci.
So who's yours then, Nick?
So mine is, I'm going to admit defeat already. I really like it as a pick, but it might not be someone, I don't know if you've heard of this person, but now that Pesci's in my head. I went with an actor called Mark Rylance. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's an English, did a lot of stage stuff.
You'll be shocked to know that I've never heard of him.
Let me bring up his pitch.
What's the name? Mark?
Rylance. R-Y-L-A-N-C-E.
Oh yeah, he's in Ready Player One.
Is he?
Yeah. He's the guy that like invents the game in Ready Player One.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he's an amazing character actor.
Really softly spoken.
Is he?
Sort of like a slight squeak to his voice. It's really nice, actually.
He's really good at like doing completely different characters. There's a film I really want to see, which I've just seen trailers and partial scenes of, called Bones and All, which is a 2022 cannibal horror film with
Sounds charming.
Timothée Chalamet, actually,
Timothée Chalamet.
in the lead role. But Mark Rylance is in it as a terrifying side character. Yeah, he's got loads of versatility. I think he could do it. Part of it's just that a lot of pictures of him on Google, he's got the hat already.
That is all I can see when you Google him. It's just him with the trilby.
He does look good, and I think he is Irish, isn't he?
He's English.
He's English.
Yeah, but I mean, you can
He
rock
play
that hat,
Irish
right?
very well. So.
Yeah,
I
but
do
yeah.
like that. I do actually really like him as an actor.
He's great. Pesci though.
So Michael Caine?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely Michael Caine.
I think Michael Caine is the
No.
only one who we can't ban you on.
No having sex before the fight, all right? Women make weak legs.
I think the rule is we can only ban Sam on Michael Caine if when he does the impression it doesn't work.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it always works.
It always works. Always
If it doesn't work with the role, he's banned.
I feel like it's got to be Pesci, innit?
It's got to be Pesci. He's done it. He's
got
bloody
to be
well
Pesci.
done it.
I came in, dick swinging around, going, I've got the
Paulie and
best
Mickey.
Mickey.
I ain't got Paulie and Mickey.
I come in, and I've got the absolute mutts nuts for Mickey.
I have to say, right, this week has probably been Jim's best. No bad choices.
No bad choices.
They were all contenders.
They were all contenders.
They
Give
were
it
all,
that.
could have been a contender.
Hey, you could have been a contender.
Different books.
I think we got ourselves a cast.
That's a great cast.
That is a good cast,
So
isn't
let's
it?
just summarise then. So
Rocky is Channing Tatum. Apollo Creed is Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Purely because I got outvoted 2-1.
And it's a good choice.
And it is a good choice. Adrian is Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Paulie is Stephen Graham.
Yeah.
And Mickey is Joe Pesci.
Do you know what that means, guys? This is very democratic and very civilised because we've each got two because we both picked Jamie Foxx. So we've each got two
The
picks.
fairest way it could
Not
have been.
bad. That's not bad, yeah.
When you first said Stephen Graham,
Oh,
as you put it, part of me was like, he's going to say Stephen Merchant. And part of me was like, I'm all in for it. I want
Stephen Merchant as Mickey would be great.
Mickey would be good.
Yeah. You don't need a locker. You don't need a locker.
He'd steal every single
He would be
day.
brilliant, wouldn't
Just playing himself.
Just stood
Flat.
on the other side of the ring, but he's still at the height of the ropes. Just
Really politely
over the edge.
Just come on now, Rocky, you can do it.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Oh, Rocky, you can do
he?
it.
You can picture it as well,
Just
can't
keep
you?
punching him.
It's great. It's a great cast.
That's a good cast.
I would
watch this Rocky.
pay to see that.
It's not a bad remake of Rocky, is it?
Yeah. Well, if you think, listening in, that you've got any better ideas than that, and it's hard to think that anyone could possibly top that.
I mean,
If
you're
you
not
think you
topping.
can.
I don't think you're topping Joe Pesci.
Yeah, but I'd love to hear like anyone. If you've got a good idea for Rocky Balboa, I'd love to hear what other suggestions are out.
And
there.
maybe
So bet
we'll
us
read
some
them out.
great ones.
And
Read them out on a future.
a future real talk, which is, of course, how we like to end our episodes, where we answer your listener questions or read out some of your casting choices.
Oh.
How can you send us those? Well, via email, casserollepod@gmail.com, or via Twitter/X through the handle @casserollepod. And we've got some doozies this week.
Ooh, I like a doozy.
We got a couple of dingers. So, first
Tom
question.
again, is it? Come on.
What's that?
Not Tom again, is it?
It's not Tom. First, actually, a bit because it has been a bit of a while. So we haven't actually done the result of the most recent poll that I did on X, which was, should Daniel Day-Lewis have won the Oscar
For Gangs of New York.
for Gangs of New York?
Or Bill the Butcher.
We had a lot more votes than normal. You'll be pleased to know, Sam, that 81% of the voters agreed with you that he should have won the Oscar
hell
for
yeah.
Gangs of New York.
Hell yeah, he should.
Who was he up against again, though? Who won it?
Was it Chicago? No, that was best film. Oh, I don't fucking know. Don't care.
He should have won it though. He should have.
He was unbelievable. I still go back to my point, though, that the strength of that film really hinges around his performance.
Yeah,
Bill the
it
Butcher.
does. It
So
does.
much.
But then the strength of Rocky hinges around Stallone's performance.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's very true.
You know, it is. There's a reason that they're the leading actor or actress for a reason. You know, it's. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Well, so we've had some people.
We've had a few questions this week.
Oh.
So our first question comes from Kevin Tierney from the Gentle Dorks. His
Brilliant.
Is that a podcast?
That
or
is the
just like a club?
that is the Gentle Dorks podcast. He has asked, "What is your favourite comic book adaptation? You can choose one show and one movie, if you please."
Does graphic novel count?
I would say so, because for me,
Then
it's
Watchmen.
for me TV show The Boys, film Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass.
Yes.
It's good, but
Yeah.
out of every single graphic novel comic book adaptation, yeah, for me, film Watchmen.
I think I would say Watchmen.
That's good. 300 is up there as well, but Watchmen's.
I mean, Watchmen's great,
You've got to
but
give Snyder
for
some
my
credit, right?
Yeah.
Watchmen,
And the hate that we have
Watchmen
for
is great,
movie.
but for my taste, it's Kick-Ass.
Fair enough.
Because I adored those comic
Well,
books.
actually, I did watch a film. I rewatched a really old film. I don't know if you know Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. And that is like Aaron Taylor Johnson's like sort of first film.
Oh, really?
He's sort of the love interest in that. Really funny. He's like obviously, but he talks a bit like that. It sounds like David Beckham. It's like I always like to Georgia. You don't have to change. So he's definitely like come on a bit. But yeah,
I'll go Watchmen too. I think on that
yeah,
one.
Watchmen's good. In terms of TV series, I don't know. Does anime count?
If it's, well, I mean, manga is a comic book, I guess. So
Because was One Piece was an anime show,
One Piece is a manga.
but is it a comic book?
Manga is.
Yeah. So it was
It's
like
a-
it was a book before it was
Yeah.
a show. Before. Okay, so the live action One Piece is brilliant. So I would say
Yeah, I would allow
in terms of TV
One
series,
Piece. Yeah.
how it started off, One Piece, chef's kiss. That thing is fucking awesome.
I think there's a lot of. I'm sure there's been a lot of films and series which I've probably not realised have been based on graphic novels
Yeah.
or comic books. So it's hard. Yeah. So I'll say Watchmen again, just because that's the one I definitely know was based. I'd tell you one I do actually. Another one, and it might be the same artist as Alan Moore, was V for Vendetta,
Oh, that's very good.
which I really enjoyed. I thought that was really, really good.
Yeah, it's all
Who's
very
the,
good.
who plays that main character V is Hugo,
Hugo Weaving.
Weaving, who is the agent in the Matrix, right?
Do you know who else he is? He's Elrond in Lord of the Rings.
I always got to find a way of bringing Lord of the Rings
How
in.
far have we got into this recording? An hour 20 has managed to sneak it in.
I mean, it's
That's what I thought we were clear. I dug my own hole in that one.
he's in Lord of the Rings. He's also technically in the Hobbit films as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin, for that question. I hope you enjoyed
Thank
the
you.
answer we
You,
gave
you
you.
sound like a gentle dork to me.
Good question.
Yeah.
Our next question comes from the lovely gentleman from the Punches and Popcorn podcast. They've sent us a nice question over on X. They've asked, so in our Roadhouse episode, we talked about how many unique action stars there were in the 80s.
Roadhouse.
Who do you guys think from today's movie world could have fit into the mould of an 80s action star?
Good question. Who's got that kind of 80s
Is
feel?
easy.
I'm actually going to throw in Channing Tatum.
Tatum.
I think he could.
Problem is actually 80s action stars. I think you're right with Tatum because they sort of need to not take themselves too seriously. Think about like 80s action stars all seem
There's
to do like action
bravado,
films,
pomp.
and then they also do like Death Becomes Her, and they also do like Jingle All the Way, and they also do like
I think Channing Tatum would have really fit into that mould.
Tatum.
So I think he'd be versatile enough to do that really like we see it in 21 Jump Street. He's got the comedy chops. I then think he could do a more serious role as well. Like,
I think like he's kind of missed it now. But if we're talking about 80s action stars, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith. I mean, obviously he was like.
you'd have to go back a
late
decade.
90s,
You'd have to go a
90s.
decade or so, wouldn't you? But yeah, he would.
You
He
take
would.
him into the 80s,
Yeah.
he would still fit. He
course
would
he
be
would, yeah.
like a Wesley Snipes or a Lawrence Fishburne or a
Well, I
Denzel
think-
Washington kind of esque.
I think in that same kind of process, someone we've cast today, Jamie Foxx, has got that right kind
Jamie
of
Foxx would be.
bravado. He's got that kind of the humour that comes with a lot of that. I was trying
You
to
could
think-
see him doing a variety of different action films, couldn't you?
Yes, I know you said so as well, translating into the comedy, which he does so well already.
Someone you don't really see anymore, but he was like huge in like the early noughties. Clive Owen. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Would you say action star though? I know he's been in like. Children
I
of Men and
felt
stuff.
like he was more like a thriller type
Well,
film.
no,
I don't
you
really see him as an
did
action
you
star.
see him in King Arthur?
I didn't. No.
No.
He was
Yeah.
like an actor.
I know he's in it, but yeah, I
He's-
always picture him in more of a thriller type role than action.
He was in Shoot 'em Up. Is it Shoot 'em Up? Shoot 'em Up is
Yes.
it literally is just like
Yeah.
him as an action. That's what I think because he's just such like an action star in that. You know, that is like funny 80s action sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Clive Owen. I think he's quite good.
Another kind of.
He's actually really
underrated.
good as the villain, but only for a little bit in Jason Bourne 2. He's like the sniper.
Yes,
So like
the
comes after
sniper
him,
guy.
and like gets taken out pretty quickly. But he's quite terrifying. For, like the start of that, you're like, well, he's gonna.
Well, you mentioned Jason Bourne. Do you think Matt Damon would fit into that mould?
I don't personally, because I actually think that Matt Damon in like Jason Bourne was really good. It was so weird. It was like that was kind of like a blip on Matt Damon's radar. He's kind of like, I don't know. It just felt like Jason Bourne was kind of like an anomaly. He did, and he was really good.
Really?
He was good in it.
Did he do like 3 films?
There was
but
there's about 4 or 5 films. I don't know how many of them he's in, but
he definitely did the 3 that I know.
definitely at least 3. I know
done
Jeremy
other
Renner. I
things
think
like
Jeremy
that.
Renner might have done the other 2.
Isn't Renner a bad guy in?
No,
he becomes
Okay.
the main guy.
But like you think of him, even in films like Elysium, like it's not that same kind of like role. It's almost like an everyman that's thrust into that kind of thing.
So it goes to
It's
show
quite an
some
80s.
people don't transition as well as others into like that kind of from action to thriller or vice versa.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you could say even Ben Affleck. Like Ben Affleck, you wouldn't really call an action star, but he's done those kind of roles. Yeah,
Jeremy
so-
Renner, as you said him, actually is someone I think that could
Jeremy Renner.
you could
But
see
he's a
rocking
bit
it back
small
in the 80s.
for a big 80s action.
Okay, you're thinking like the big,
You
massive, hulky presence.
Well, yeah. When you think
like Van
80s
Damme,
action star,
maybe.
you do think quite ripped, probably on the roids.
Do you think
I
like
guess so. Okay.
Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Lundgren, Van Damme, and probably Willis?
Yep.
Maybe you chuck Snipes in there, Wesley Snipes.
I think
Yeah,
you definitely
you
chuck
can
Wesley
a little
Snipes in
bit
there.
later,
Yeah.
But that's more 90s. But
Yeah.
yeah, like those are kind of like the big kind of, because Keanu Reeves is arguably like, I mean he's 90s, but Keanu Reeves, but he's not the mold of that like 80s action.
No.
He's very 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe something like Vin Diesel then. Those kind of people.
Vin Diesel, yes, he would
physicality
definitely
and
would
that
absolutely fit into that role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be able. He wouldn't be able to do the charm roles though. You wouldn't be able to put Vin Diesel in a jingle all the way. I don't think.
Hasn't he been in?
Groot.
Yeah. Hasn't he tried to do that? I swear he's been in like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
He probably has.
Failed
I think he's
comedy,
probably failed
yeah.
miserably.
I'll tell you someone who seems like he might be going that way is the guy that's in the new Reacher.
Alan Hitchison.
Yeah. He seems
massive.
really good.
He's huge. Yeah, he could probably fit that role. Yeah. So not there.
Oh, wait, hang on. How are we missing this? Fucking Chris Hemsworth.
Of course he would.
Hemsworth,
Absolutely.
right?
You could argue both of the Hemsworth brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we now literally just thinking about beefy
Yeah,
guys?
but-
Yeah, but
you
if
think
you
about-
think of 80s action, if you think of your stereotypical 80s action star, you're thinking big beef.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, any role that Dolph Lundgren was in, Chris Hemsworth could be in. Chris
Okay.
Hemsworth could be Ivan Drago,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Okay.
So arguably Chris Hemsworth would do it better.
If he dies, he dies. I've got Arnie there.
What's going on? I think there's this little thing about when we think of 80s. Yes, it's that kind of real physical presence, the beefy, jacked up dudes. But there's also something. There's a little bit of like crazy 80s-ness.
Well,
I can't say exactly what that is.
You could go the other end of it, because like you've got the Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Lundgren, but you have got the Harrison Ford, which
Yeah.
maybe the Jeremy Renner would be
Right.
a Harrison Ford.
That's
act.
when-
kind of
when
where I
you-
was
yeah.
thinking, right?
'Cause you
Nicolas
don't
Cage
have-
could go and
doesn't
do
have to be
all those
bomb-
kind of
It
roles.
doesn't have to be bombastic action, does it? It could be more of like a action thriller.
Do you know a film I'd love to recast? It doesn't need it, but Face Off.
Oh,
Because you'd have to pick, like, they would have to work so well.
The chemistry,
well, you
the
got to
chemistry,
pick someone who's
unbelievable.
1 minute playing one character to immediately switching it to the other character. That would be such a hard recasting.
What about Chris Hemsworth and Stephen Merchant?
They're both fucking tall.
Hang on a minute, I've got a different face on it.
Yeah.
And a completely different accent.
What about
Chris Hemsworth trying to do a
Christopher
Southwest accent?
Walken and Michael Caine?
That is the one we all want to see.
I take my face off. You take my face off, yeah? Oh, where's my face? My face is gone.
I don't want any action in it though. Just one talking.
I think we've gone a little bit off topic there. So, yeah, guys, thank you for the question. I hope we have answered. We've given you some good answers there.
Thank you very much.
So to answer your question, which modern actors do we want to see in 80s films? We want to see Michael Caine and Christopher Walken in Face Off.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers that answers your question.
And we have one final question, which I have teased you both with. This comes from Neil over at Most Talked About Videos. Pick your choice of actor to be the next James Bond, but you can only choose from actors over the age of 65.
Michael Caine.
So the person at the top of my list, when you said have a think about actors over Pierce Brosnan, was on my top, who for some reason all I was thinking about, so obviously...
Without knowing what the question was going to be.
That's spoils.
That could work, because it could not necessarily be the next James Bond, it could be Bond essentially retired, passing on the knowledge, but still somehow managing to wind up in the shit.
That is great. I mean, I think what's crazy is actors over 60, is it 60 or 65? 65. There's probably way more than we think.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's some actors who are like, he's not over 65, sure.
Yeah.
But whenever I think of, like, if somebody was to say to me, right, Sam, you've got unlimited resources, we need you to cast a film for an old person, who would you go to? It'd be Gary Oldman every time.
Really?
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Gary Oldman is
He's great.
He's just fantastic.
Is he almost like too good for, like he's too versatile for Bond? Do you know what I mean? He kind of the one
He'd be a
thing
better
I'd say
Bond
maybe exactly right.
Yeah.
That's
He
where
would be a
he's
fantastic
character actor.
I didn't
villain.
know it was for Bond.
You didn't know it's
I
Bond.
just
I didn't give any context
Actors
beyond
over
over 65. He would be a fantastic Bond villain.
It would be.
I just brought up a list, and some of the let's just say some of the pictures are mismatched with some of the names.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Judi Dench is next to the name Al Pacino. Sort it out, Google.
Oh my god!
What are you doing?
That's amazing.
That's interesting because I'm immediately thinking.
Van Dyke. I want him as Bond.
In the tradition of Bond, an Englishman, right? Or a Scotsman, or a Welshman, or an Irishman. But I just think, I don't know, that suddenly closes your pool, particularly actors over the age of 65, who aren't already iconic for certain other roles as well. And it almost feels like you can't take them and put them into Bond. That is really, I think that happens.
I'll tell you somebody that would be really interesting to be like a retired spy. Don't know if he's played this role, but Harrison Ford. I could really see Harrison Ford being a former spy.
Yeah.
You know, like really, like he's seen everything. He's really sort of disgruntled at the world.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I think that'd be good. Oh,
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons would be good.
Jeremy Irons is a shout, isn't
fuck
it?
me, that would be good.
I mean, if we're talking Bond, Tom Hanks.
No, as Bond, I don't know. I can't see no. I can't see that. No. He's got none of. He'd be playing. We've never seen him actually. Have we play?
Not
I can't
like
think of anyone where he's playing a suave Englishman. Or
Yeah, he's too kind of like lovable.
Jeremy Irons would be in the which Bond is he most like? Do you think? I think he's a mix of Roger Moore.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of Roger Moore and
maybe a bit of Lazenby. Yeah. I think. Well, I actually called. Yeah, I've actually seen loads of fucking films. Haven't I watched Die Hard 3 the other day. Obviously, Jeremy Irons is the bad guy.
Yes,
and
that's a fucking great film. He's so good in that.
I actually nearly watched that the other day, but I was feeling so tired. I was like, I can't.
You've seen it before, though, yeah?
Yeah, it's probably my favourite Die Hard.
I can't remember if we agreed on it, but the third one is the best.
Yeah, I think we may have discussed it in our Die Hard episode.
I mean, you know, Samuel L. Jackson does elevate everything, but they are fucking good in this.
Yeah,
really bloody
They
good.
are so good. They play off each other. It is fantastic.
Couple other shouts then for over 65 Bonds. How do we know how old Hugh Grant is
he's
at the moment?
got to be over 65 easily.
Do we think?
I don't think
Gotta
he's
be.
I reckon I'm going to go with 61.
He is not going up.
He's 63.
Oh, sorry, Hugh, we can't get you in. Do you know what I'd love to see? Which Bond I'd love to see is Bill Nye.
Fucking hell,
Being like really like nice, but kind of
that would be brilliant.
like he's meant to go off and solve the case, but he spends like 35 minutes of the film having a cup of tea with his money. It's so good. Like talking to her about her boyfriend problems or something.
Do you know what though? I bet Timothy Dalton's over 65.
You can't have Dalton.
Why can't I have Dalton?
You can't.
Yeah, it's Brosnan.
Yeah, but you can't.
That was before he knew what the question was.
Can we have existing Bonds?
But actually,
I mean, I think it would be. I don't see any issue bringing back a previous Bond.
well, I think definitely because they basically said now that 007 and James Bond is a code name, isn't
Yeah.
it? So these are different agents.
Because obviously,
every time.
well, obviously in the latest Bond film, 007 is the female agent.
Yeah. Well,
So-
obviously we knew that 007 was a code, but the actual name James Bond is a code. I don't know if that's a fan theory being confirmed, but basically they were like, if you've got a super spy who's going around telling people his real name all the time, that's mental.
That is madness,
James
isn't it?
Bond is actually a code name,
Yeah.
which is why different people have been 007 James Bond.
But isn't one of the newer films goes back to his home where he grew up? And
Skyfall.
yeah.
And the Skyfall. Yeah, that one. I
The
believe it's called
death of
Skyfall.
Judi Dench.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's... Timothy Dalton, oh, he was the best.
So badass.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah,
He's like the
Skyfall was,
connoisseur's choice for me.
He's-
Dalton.
Skyfall was like their way of trying to make Bond more family, weren't they? Because when the villain like his maybe his brother or
It was
something.
just another agent, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were close. There was a reason why Judi Dench was
No, you're
scared
thinking...
shitless of him.
Yeah, but then they went really weird because they were like, Henry Blofeld is James Bond's adopted brother.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking
weird,
of that. Maybe I'm
Like,
thinking of that.
what committee sat around and were like, do you know what? Probably.
Let's bring back Blofeld and
I was trying to find who he was. My choice for a Mickey shout.
Yeah.
He's David Bradley, who is the what's his name in Game of Thrones?
Greyjoy.
Greyjoy.
No, not Greyjoy.
oh.
Not Greyjoy.
Is it not?
Is this the caretaker from fucking Harry Potter as well, isn't it?
He's
Yes.
the caretaker from
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Walder Frey.
Frey, that's it.
There you go. He's my Bond.
He's good. He's an old Bond.
There we go.
There you go. Well, thank you everyone for those questions. So yeah, I think that's us done.
That's us cast.
That is us
Rocky.
cast. Questions answered. So yeah, as Nick said at the beginning of the episode, if you enjoy what you hear and you want to support us, there will be a link going up in the episode description and all past episodes as well. And we will probably also get a pinned tweet on our social as well for you to find it even easier. Again, if spread the word, send the emails in, castorolpod@gmail.com. Find us on socials at castorolpod, and of course remember we can be found on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, wherever it is you get your podcast from. So until next time, bye from me.
Bye from me.
And it's a bye from me. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Ta-da!
Movie casserole, casserole.